Welcome to another class in microprocessor 8085 programming. Today's program is add n numbers until ff is n count. The program. What are we going to do? We are going to add n numbers. So we are not going to specify the value of n here. Instead, we are going to specify the last number as ff. If my last number is ff or 255, my addition should stop. Otherwise, it should continue adding all the numbers together. Once it encounters ff or 255, your addition process should stop and come out of the. So you want to add all the numbers until you encounter f. So unlike the previous program, here the n value will not be specified. You are going to add n numbers, but the value of n will not be specified. How will you know how many numbers you should count? Based on the value of ff. Any value, any input value is ff, then you stop your addition. Come out of the, right? For example, so in my inputs, I have taken 1100 as 2, 1101 as 3, then 4, 5 and 6, right? Then I have 255, right? So in my simulator, I cannot give an ff there. F and f will not be accepted, so I am giving 255 instead of. Okay, as soon as it encounters 255, right, as soon as it sees that my input is 255, it stops the execution. Till then it keeps adding the all the input values, right? So this program, it will add 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 and then stop addition, and your output is going to be stored in location 1200. Output is going to be stored in location. If you were using a kit instead of 255, you can directly give ff there. Okay, the simulator will not accept hexadecimal values. So we are going to convert 255 into a decimal value, and I'm going to give it as 5 here. Okay, in other words, the hexadecimal ff value is converted into decimal, which is 255, and I have that stored. Okay, so let us see how the program is going to work. First line, MVI D, 0. So we are going to initialize two registers C and D, right? So we are going to make it 0 because when you repeatedly execute the same program, there are chances that no D and value keeps adding to it. In order to avoid that, I am going to first initialize registers C and D. Register C is 0, is LXI 1100, such a register value going to be 1110. Line number 5, MOV A, M. So as soon as I give a value to HL register pair, I have to say what is the M value. In my case, in my example, 1100's contains 2. So my M value is, right? MOV A, M. M value has to be moved to, now the value is, okay. Now CPI. So CPI is again a compare command. It is exactly like the previous compare commands. Only thing is it is immediate. Doesn't have any register to compare with A. It immediately gives a value, and that 8-bit value is going to be compared with my. So CPI is compare immediately. Immediately compare FF with the. Okay, FF in hexadecimal. So I have given a H there. FFH means FF in hexadecimal. Instead, can I give 255 directly? Yes, you can give a 255 directly without H, which means it is a decimal number. That also is correct. The program will still understand. Yes, that also can be done. In this simulator, there is another rule that if you're going to give any hexadecimal number or any number if you're going to use in the program, that number should start with a 0. It should either be a number. If it is an alphabet, it should start with a. That's why FF is starting with a 0. 0 FFH. Right? Just because our program says add numbers until FF is encountered, I have to show an FF there in the program. Otherwise, if you are comfortable with 255, go ahead, instead of 0 FFH, replace it with 255. Still your program will work. I'm going to compare my value, which is 255, with my accumulator. So CPI is compare this data with the accumulator. Accumulator is 2. Right? Direct value, immediate value is nothing but 255. If accumulator value is equal to 255, so what are we checking here? If accumulator value is equal to 255, then my 0 flag will be set. Whenever the accumulator value is equal to the data present here, 0 flag will be set. Now the accumulator value is 2, direct value is 255, which is not equal, so 0 flag will not be set. So if 0 flag is set, you have to go to stop, which means you stop the execution of the, just have to move your results from accumulator and you stop the process. Right? In this case, it is not equal to 255, so there is no 0 flag set, we will not stop it. We are going to move to line number 8, add D. So D is 0, I am going to add D with A is 2, 0 plus 2 is 2. Result is going to be stored in the only. Okay. When I am adding it, whenever I add it, I have to do this process. When there is a carry, I have to increment C. If there is no carry, skip that step. Okay, there is no carry now, so I am skipping that step. I am going to move to line number 11. Move D comma A. A value is going to be moved to. So what we will be doing throughout the program is, we will add A and D, and always D will contain the sum. Yes, D will always contain the sum. We will keep adding A's value to D, so that we add all the given numbers. What I have done, whatever is the sum, I have moved that to, right? So A is moved to D. Line number 12, increment HL. HL register pair is 1101. So we are taking the second number, which is 3. So as soon as I increment H, I have to put a 3 there, because that is the value of M. So jump, it is unconditional jump, unconditionally go to line number 5. This loop will break only when your input value is 250. We are going to line number 5, move A comma M. M's value is 3, move that 3 value to, if that 3 value, is it equal to FF or is it equal to 255? We are checking that. No, it is not equal to 255. 0 flag is not set, so we are going to move to line number 8. Add D. So D has to be added with what? Accumulator. So accumulator is going to be 3 plus 2, accumulator becomes 5 now. Add D. D is 2, A is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. I am going to store 5 in the accumulator after add D. Right? If there is a carry, again carry is checked. If there is a carry, then you have to increment the carry. If there is no carry, skip. There is no carry, I am skipping. Line number 11, move D comma A. A's value, which is the sum, which is going to be stored in D. Now D contains 2 plus 3, 5 is there in D. Right? Again increment HL register pair, it becomes 1102. We are taking the second next number, which is 4. 1102's value is 4. We have taken that number. Yes, that's what we are doing. So what did we do? Kept adding all the input values from A. We are adding it with D and storing the sum in A. Again we are moving the sum to, so we make sure that D always contains the sum. Then we have incremented H. So as soon as I increment H, I will write my M value also, so that there won't be any confusion. Next line is jump to continue. So continue is move the value of M to A. Value is 4. We are moving it to, right? So we have to see if A is equal to 255. No, it is not equal to 255. Then go to line number 8. Add D. So D is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 I am storing in. After add D, I am storing 9 in register my accumulator. So jump, is there a carry? No, there is not carry. There is no carry. So I will move to skip. Move D comma A. A value, I am going to move it to D now. My D's contents is 9. Why? 3 plus 2 plus 4. Right? That is my D's values content. So it is going to store the sum I told you. Right? Then again INX 1. INX H will increment my register pair. M will be 5 now. Yes. Continue. I'm going to jump to line number 5. Move M to S5. I'm moving that M to. Yes. Again, is A is equal to 255? No, it is not equal to 255. A 0 flag will not be set. So jump on 0 to stop. If it is 0, you have to jump to stop. Not 0. So I'm going to move to line number 8. Add D. I'm going to add A and D. So D is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. My sum here, sum is going to be 14. Add D. A value is, after addition, A value is 14. There is a carry. It has to increment C. There is no carry. So my C value will remain 0 only. There is no carry. Right? Move to line number 11. Move D comma A. A value, which is 14, has to move to, A value has to be moved to right? Again INXH 110 4, right? Contents of 110 6. So moving on to continue, move A comma M value has to be, M value is 6, it has to move B to A. Value is 6 and I'm going to move 6 to, right? And since I have taken all the values already, so M value is going to be 6, which is moved to. So is A value equal to 255? No, it is not equal to 255. So jump when 0. It is not 0. 0 flag is not set. So I will not jump. Instead, I will move to line number 8. Add D. I am going to add 6 with D. D's contents is 14. If I add 6, my A's value is going to become 20. A value is going to become, done the addition. There is a carry, then C has to be incremented. There is no carry, C value is 0. Right? So next line is move D comma A value has to be moved to D. I am going to move 20 to D. Increment H, so INXH is equal to 1105. I have incremented HL register pair. The value of HL register pair is 255. I have to write 255 here. Yes, and then jump to line number 5. Right? Move A comma M. The value of M has to be moved to. So now the value of A is going to be 255. Now CPI, compare whether A value, compare A value is 255, compare it with FF. FF is also 255. When you compare A and the immediate value, data value, so it will be A is 255, immediate data value is FF. When I compare these two, both are equal. When A is equal to the data, what happens is 0 flag is set. Okay. When these two values are equal, 0 flag is set. Now, so jump on 0 to stop. Yeah, it is 0 is set. So I am going to jump to stop, which is line number 14. Okay. What I should do, whatever is the contents of D, I have to move that to, whatever is the contents of D, I am moving that to A because that is your result. Sum of all the n numbers is there in D. I am moving that to A. Yes. Okay. Then STA 111200. STA1200. Accumulator value 20 is going to be stored in 1200. C value, if there is a carry, C value will be 1. If there is no carry, now in our case there is no carry, C value is 0, that is moved to your accumulator. So move A comma C, C value is 0, move that to the accumulator, your accumulator value becomes 0. Move that to location 1201. That to location 121. What happens? Location 1200 will be 20 and 1201 will be 0. 0 is the carry. Let us check. So sum of all these n numbers is going to be 20. Okay, we should add all the numbers until you find a 255. Once you find a 255, you will not add that number, you will come out of the. Okay, so let me go to 1200 and see whether my output is 20. It is 20. You understand? What have we done? We have taken n numbers. So we have added all the n numbers until a 255 or FF is encountered. Okay, as soon as you encounter 255, stop the execution and come out of the. The most important thing you should remember here is the CPI instruction. CPI 255 also can be written, or CPI 0FFH can also be written. In either ways, what happens is it will compare the value of A and compare the value of this data, direct immediate data will be compared. When both are going to be 255, then 0 flag will be set. Okay, and then you have to move to line number 14, stop, which means whatever sum you have added, that has to be moved to 1200 and 1201 and come out of the loop. Until then you will keep adding. Okay, hope you have understood it. Thank you.